Welcome back, Cowboys Connect family. It's your guy Ray.
And I'm AJ Russ, also known as Swaggy Russ.
Okay, we are the Cowboys Connect. We're gonna connect you to America's team. We got the plug on the Cowboys for you. We're hyped up off the Cowboys preseason W, and today we're gonna talk to you how the Dallas Cowboys locked up the Seattle Seahawks on defense. Let's get to it, Swag. Okay. Okay, we back up at it again, hyped up off that intro again. Ray, Swaggy Russ in the building. Like I said, the Cowboys got their first preseason victory of the year, their first live action of football against another team that wasn't a scrimmage. And there's a lot of things to take away in this game. Essentially, we feel the Cowboys defense, they stepped up, they locked up, started the first drive. There was a little different story there. Thankfully, the Cowboys were able to come back and adjust in this game, which gives me hope going into the season because these are basically our second and third string guys fighting for positions here. They were able to adapt and adjust and have a great, basically 3.5 quarters worth of football. What do you got to say to him, Swag?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was the epitome of bending and not breaking. And like you said, that first drive, I mean, that was when you saw that first drive, I was like, dang, these are shades of last year. But granted, like you just said too, as well, those were the second and third string players. And I mean, the ability for them to only allow those 7 points throughout the entire duration of the game. And within that, also remember Trayshawn Holden, he had that fumble. Close to the end zone as well too, and they were able to prevent the Seattle Seahawks from scoring any points as well too. So that's a testament to saying how physical, how disciplined this defense was because there's a lot of penalties for sure for both teams. Obviously, I mean it's preseason, but I mean defensively for the Cowboys, despite some secondary things from Kalen Carson, which we could talk about as well too throughout this video. I mean the defense was pretty disciplined, I would say. I mean also I saw a stat earlier too before we recorded this video. Last year in Dallas's preseason opener, they had 19 missed tackles. Yesterday in the win over the Seattle Seahawks, they had 0. So that just says a lot in terms of the finite details and what they're doing, and they're just trying to be meticulous and very intricate with everything that they're doing defensively to build an all-around great unit to complement this fire offense that we know. So I mean, I'm just pleased with what we saw, and also for guys like we saw like Maris Leafau out there, he played well too, and we saw Malachi Lawrence as well too. I mean, I'm just encouraged. Julius Wood as well. I mean, he playing well as well. So I mean, I'm just encouraged to see how this team is really honed in on the culture of what Shadi is trying to do, and everyone is earning their op to be a part of this roster and be a part of something special.
Okay. And also too, in this game we got to see a couple of our rookies. Of course, both of our first round picks played in this game. Caleb Downs played limited amount of snaps. Him along with Savon Revel, who looked pretty good in his limited opportunity. He almost had a pick six. He almost could have took to the house. He was just a step behind. He could have been a pick
Second
six.
play.
PJ Locke was a guy that got some burn a little bit in this game. So a couple of your guys who are expected to be key contributors on his defense did get a few snaps. But like I said, both of our rookies played, and I think the one rookie that gets lost in the shuffle is Malachi Lawrence. He was our second first round pick this year with the 23rd pick in his draft. I think this was a great game for him, Malachi Lawrence. Okay, he was able to create pressure. And one of the things I think he did really good as an edge was he was be able to set the edge in the run, misdirect runners, take them out of their lanes. That's something I thought, he was be able to get decent pressure as well too. So he had a good game. I don't know if you like PFF, but they gave him an 80.1 grade. Like I said, take that with a grain of salt, however you want to, but it showed up on tape. Okay, this guy can play at an NFL level. Now, granted, these weren't starters he was playing against, but still, you see something that they're able to build up on. And I think come by mid-season, this guy could be a difference maker on defense for you. Another guy I was really impressed with was James Houston. That's James Houston is what they say.
That's something else, but yeah.
Yeah. But James Houston, he continues to make a case for him to make a spot on this roster. We keep hearing about, they may make a trade for a Max Crosby or a Josh Sweat or Von Miller. Even if they do that, I think he's still making a case for himself to have a spot on this roster. He came in last year, had like 5.5 sacks or something like that last year. And he just picked up in the preseason, kind of like where he left off. Again, Like I said, this is like second and third string guys that they're playing against, but still, he was able to be effective. So I think he had a good game, and I liked Isaiah Land too. He showed a
Yeah.
little bit of pressure too. He was able to get a sack. So this defensive edge, the in room, it's getting really interesting. Like it's getting really interesting, and it makes me wonder: are the Cowboys are gonna really feel like they need to make a move? But some of these guys are going to be making it harder for some of these other guys to have roster spots.
Right. I mean, you can never have enough pass rush as well, too. And of course, you want to continue to see it, the consistency throughout the remaining 2 preseason games and the rest of training camp. So, I mean, definitely, want that. But I mean, you got to remember also too with Malachi Lawrence and with James Houston. I do think that James Houston's going to make the roster.
Oh yeah,
With those guys, I mean, being surrounded with Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams and even Rashawn Gary as well too, that's just going to make their jobs easier in terms of winning those one-on-ones and things of that nature as well too. So I like that for them too. But I mean, hey, Dallas, I mean, like they said with Steven Jones, Will McClay and them, they said they're always 24/7, 365 trying
hmm
to improve the roster. I mean, if you get one of those guys, if you can get like even a Josh Sweat, I
hmm
I would still do it because I mean you're trying to win the bowl, man. I mean that's the
yeah,
ultimate goal. But like you said, for those guys in the pass rush, they look well too. And then you mentioned Savon Revel, I meant to mention as well. I mean, he's just continuing to gain more and more confidence, man. You saw what he's been able to do against George Pickens, iron sharpening iron type of thing, getting better, guarding, the two best, I would say, one of two of the best top 10 wide receivers in the league, and definitely the best wide receiver duo in the league as well too. That confidence is went great. And then like I remember he said a quote or something like that too. Like I mean, he's going against the Rams in training camp. Like I mean, this is easier compared to them. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he's just continuing to be the player that we thought he would be going into the NFL draft in 2025
hmm
before he got injured, being a projected first round pick too. So I think that's a great thing. You're going to see the secondary continue to improve. And I mean, even though Caleb Downs didn't really play a lot, which
yeah,
he didn't
yeah,
need to, it
yeah.
was cool to see him in those threads though, man. I'm just so encouraged and excited by the direction that this team is moving overall on both sides of the football as well too.
Still gotta get used to him seeing that number 13, man. That's still I'm
Yeah.
still trying to get adjusted to it. You know what I think?
I think in year 2 he'll get number 2. He'll
Yeah,
get number 2
yeah,
eventually.
yeah,
Not this season, but probably next year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Before we talk about the bad part, before we get to that part, let's run down some of these numbers. All right. So total yards, Dallas Cowboys only gave up 156 total yards the whole game. Right.
That's huge. That's
Only
huge, man.
49 passing yards they gave up. Right. So that's
Right.
an impressive number. Rushing yards, they gave up 107 yards on the ground. Um, yards per play, 3 yards per play is what the Cowboys defense gave up, which that's a really good number, right? Um, Seahawks got 14 first downs compared to Dallas's 21 first downs. Here's a really good number: third down conversion. Out of 12 third down conversions, Cowboys only allowed 6 third down conversions by the Seahawks. 0 for 2 on fourth down conversions. So they were able to.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's very huge. Okay. And they ran a total plays of 52 plays. Seahawks ran, and for them to only have that many numbers, they gave up three sacks, and we made them punt 3 times. So
Right.
that's pretty good. Their time of possession was 27 minutes and 5 seconds, and were they 0 for 1 on field goals attempts?
Yeah, just Myers got field goal.
Mhm.
Yeah, he missed that field.
Then here's a really big number too. Red zone conversion and attempts, 1 for 4 in the red
Yeah.
zone. So it's huge, right? That's a huge
Very
positive, huge stepping stone. And like I said, this is our second, third string guys in there. Just imagine, okay, if we had our big dogs in there, what would these numbers look like? So that gives me some excitement and something to be very, optimistic about going into the season. Now, let's talk about the ugly part of it. It's really one player, really. Well, not a great game for Kalen Carson. Not a great game for Kalen Carson, a guy that's already battling for a position spot, especially their corner room. They got a lot of competition in their corner room. He didn't do himself any favors. 3 penalties. He had 3 penalties, bro. Like, you can't be doing that. And yeah, what are your thoughts on Kalen Carson?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those are some of the things that can get you cut. So I mean, like he needs to be very detailed and be playing better. I mean, playing more discipline as well too. Because I mean, he has that talent. Of course, we've seen
Yeah.
it flashes 2 years ago in his rookie year coming out of Wake Forest, stuff like that as well too. But I mean, in terms of him not being available the past couple of seasons and stuff like that as well too, this now being the third defensive coordinator in his third season, like you're not. This is not the guy, this personnel that drafted you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to be locked in, man, because as we've seen, Christian Parker, he's a DB guru, and there's a lot of guys in that room not competing. So if you're gonna continue to, hurt the team, getting penalties and stuff like that too, he's gonna be out of here very, very quickly.
Yeah, yeah. So some guys we haven't talked about. Well, first, before we do that, I don't think Kalen Carson should have number 21. If you ain't a starter, you should have number 21. You should not be having that number. That's just my my feeling on that, man. You're like, stop saying that. Yeah, whatever it is, what it is. But who are some other players that stood out to you that you enjoy watching besides the guys we've talked about?
So I mean, besides the individuals that we talked about beforehand, I would say like unit wise, I like from a run stopping standpoint, kind of mentioned that loosely earlier. Like some of the guys playing like LT Overton as well too, in that 4-eye spot defensive tackle kind of edge kind of role as well too. Mentioned Maris Leofau and how this is a great opportunity for him as well. And then like as defensively, of course, if you want to go into offense too, but I know this is about defense. I mean, it's pretty
Yeah,
obvious.
yeah.
Camden Brown
Oh, for
making
sure.
crazy catches. Of course, I like how Sam Howell and Joel Milton, they look poised as well too. Like I said earlier, penalties wise, I wasn't pleased with the offensive line, and that's going to be something that lingers in terms of the overall depth of that unit too. So I mean, we'll see about that. But I mean, the team overall, I mean, they look like they're ready to play football now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the first drive, I mean, that wasn't great, but besides that, I mean, this team was able to bounce back and really play great within adversity. So I mean, I just think that was a great thing as well too. And then like linebackers wise as well too, like Justin Barron, he had a great training camp session against the Los Angeles Rams too. So
Hmm.
I love how the linebackers as well too. They were flying to the football. So I mean, that's just a great thing as well because last year guys were guessing essentially. Kenneth Murray was guessing. So like you love seeing guys know what they're doing and playing in space as well. And
Yeah,
I know Jason Barnum didn't play because he's still trying to make
yeah,
sure he's right essentially too. But like just evaluating everyone. I
yeah,
mean, I'm
yeah,
really pleased with. I mean, of course, this video is about the defense mainly how they
yeah,
play, but overall how the team came to play. I think the one thing too that you still have you want some rooms of improvement for is the special teams.
yeah,
Just like
for
that
sure.
the first play of the game too, like they got close to midfield. Talking about Seattle, I think there's a hole, but still, like you have to you have to be better special teams wise because you don't want to put your defense at an immediate deficit, having to play with a disadvantage. Talking about the
Yeah,
opposing team being in favorable territory,
yeah,
but I mean the team came ready to play for sure, and they
for
were able
sure.
to respond to everything that they faced against Seattle.
So based off of what you saw yesterday, is there still like a position group on the defense, or maybe even special teams, that you want to add something to, like maybe like another linebacker, another edge? There's something that stick out to you in yesterday's game? Like, okay, I think we should still add some more competition at this particular position.
Competition. Well, I mean, since these are second, third string guys, I mean, it's not necessarily as much as you can like value from like a starting standpoint, but like for more depth. I mean, like I said earlier, pass rush. I mean, edging. I mean, it doesn't hurt to do that, especially when you have the defensive tackles that you have too. It
Hmm.
creates more of a disadvantage when you have more edges that can come in waves of pass rush, so that helps too. Um, and then I mean, I think there's a lot of bodies in the secondary, and like I said, and Christian Parker, he knows what he's doing there, so
Hmm.
I'm kind of okay with how it looks. Linebacker wise, I mean, you could say that, but like, who would you get at this point? Because like,
Yeah, yeah,
whoever would be on the market, I mean, are they really going to be that integral in terms of what you're trying to do? So I would say
exactly.
mainly for
Yeah,
me, it's edge.
yeah.
It's edge probably.
Okay, all right. Well, like I said, we've been chopping it up here about this Cowboys defense. I want you to comment below. What do you think about this 17-7 victory against the Seattle Seahawks? How the Cowboys locked up the Seahawks after the first quarter, after the first drive. They locked them up the rest of the game. So comment below what you liked about this game. What do you want to see improved in this? And let's get ready for our next preseason game against the Arizona Cardinals. I think right as our next game. Make sure you're tapping in with us here on the Cowboys Connect, also the Attack on Media Network. Follow us on both of those pages as we continue to give you good content about these Dallas Cowboys. Again, my name is Ray. That's my boy AJ Russ, aka Swagger Russ. We are the Cowboys Connect. Hey, just remember out there, you're beautiful, you're loved, you're needed. We're gonna catch y'all next time. How about them Cowboys? And here we go. We out here.
Okay.